Today's devotion comes from the Large Catechism, the first part of the Large Catechism, well, the Book of Concord, and then the Large Catechism. And in the Large Catechism, it's the first part, it's the Ten Commandments, and today is the Sixth Commandment. So we're getting through it, guys. We're getting through it. But the Sixth Commandment, as you know, we've covered before, even in this devotional series, is you shall not commit adultery. And the Large Catechism here goes at length to kind of explain how seriously we should take this commandment. So the first sphere of people for this commandment, right? The people most directly impacted by this commandment are those in married relationships. If you are married, you should not be sleeping with anyone who you are not married to. But also kind of expanding on that a little bit, you shouldn't be, as Jesus kind of explains in the Sermon on the Mount, you shouldn't even be looking lustfully at people you're not married to. And there's a very popular habit in America, at least. I don't know how much further spread it is than that, but of engaging with pornography. And that pretty squarely goes against this commandment. And notice, no part of this commandment has anything to do with how your spouse feels about it, right? So the idea of like an open marriage, or you know, your spouse is okay with you looking at inappropriate videos, like that doesn't matter. It's still not okay to do. So that's kind of the first sphere that this commandment touches on. But then the next one out is people who surround those relationships. So if you find yourself in a situation where you could be leading someone into temptation, or you could be leading someone to commit adultery, like it is your responsibility to also keep that from happening. So this kind of also puts some responsibility, some impetus on people surrounding these relationships. So, you know, this could be, first of all, like, I shouldn't have to say this, and I don't think I do have to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Don't sleep with someone you know is married. In fact, if you're not married to them, you shouldn't be sleeping with them anyway, so there's that. But also, there is something to be said for not dressing in such a way, not acting in such a way that you're going to lead someone into this kind of sin. Right? So you shouldn't be dressing with the intention of kind of getting that kind of attention from other people. So this kind of spreads it out. And this goes even further. It says, you are to defend, protect, and rescue your neighbors whenever they are in danger or in need, in regard to this commandment. So if you see someone who's struggling, you help them out. And kind of, I think the easiest or the most relevant example is, say you're a guy and you're out on a guy's night with the other guys, and one of the guys is married, and you see him maybe looking at someone in an inappropriate way, or you see him acting in a way he shouldn't. You need to step in and say something about it and do something about it. And same for ladies, you know, you go out on a girls' night, and one of your married friends is taking advantage of maybe some free drinks she's getting or something like that. You need to say, no, this isn't necessarily appropriate. We shouldn't be doing this kind of stuff. So that's kind of a pretty broad brush look at the Sixth Commandment in light of the Large Catechism. If you have comments, questions, concerns, as always, you can put them below. And regardless, brothers and sisters, go in peace. Serve the Lord. Thanks be to God.